Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel. You got your boys here, the Dividend Diplomats. We're going to talk to you today, everyone. We're going to show you some math in this one. We're going to talk about how changing this one habit can earn you over $100,000.
Smash that subscribe button. Give us a nice thumbs up. Who's here to save money, invest money, make money? That's what today's video is all about. Bert's got a real nice analysis here for us just to really put the pudding and make it factual and see what the heck this is actually about.
I would say this is probably one of your more controversial topics because I think when you see this argument laid out in X, wherever on YouTube, I think there are two camps. They're going to be two very distinct camps. I can't wait to see them in the comment section of the savings are huge, you should do this, or it doesn't really matter. This isn't going to move the needle, so don't do it. Do you know what I'm saying, Laney? Have you seen those arguments laid out?
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Like wherever we lie, the two of us are always for saving money, building the habit of saving money and cutting expenses wherever you can. So that's what this is really going to show you. We're going to show you today about how ditching that expensive coffee habit, buying at Starbucks, and brewing coffee at your house can save you over $100,000.
100 grand. Now, Bert, do you guys typically brew your coffee at home, brother?
Oh, yes. Every morning. Drip coffee maker. We set it so it's nice, fresh when we wake up in the morning. What about you, Lanny?
Oh, yeah. Usually I've got the beans set in the Krups grinder. I wake up, walk downstairs, grind we probably make 6 cups worth. I grind enough beans just to make that 6-cup, start it. And then I take a little bit on the road for me. But yeah, definitely. And actually, Amazon sold, gosh, we bought about 4 pounds of coffee for like $27 recently too.
Yeah, that's great. I think we brew the 8-pot in the morning. We've just been getting it from Costco, where we've been getting 3 pounds for $18, 18, 19. But it was cheaper before. It used to be 3 pounds for 15 until we started seeing that coffee rising. So this is even more important of a video today.
Rising.
So yeah, so how we're going to break this down, everybody. We're going to share cost per bag, show the different cost per mugs based on the sizes. Then we'll compare it to Starbucks, the cost of what you would get for black coffee. And we have 2 different scenarios. We're going to show you how one of them will get you to over 100,000 savings.
All right, Bert. So how much are we talking here for a normal bag price of coffee in this analysis?
Well, Lanny and I just said we pay $6 to $8 per cup of coffee, per pound, depending on that. But that's not always a standard. Some people probably aren't price hunting, sale hunting the way Lanny and I do. So you'll typically see between $8, $12 for a 12-ounce bag, depending on the quality, depending on what you want. If you don't get it on sale, we're going to pick a flat $9.99 for a nice little brick 12-ounce bag of coffee for this.
Nice little local bag, a nice little craft bag of coffee.
Yeah. And what we're going to do is we'll look at how many cups of coffee for each size mug. So they're your 8-ounce mugs, your 12-ounce mugs, and 16-ounce mugs. We pick those because it ties right to the size of a cup for Starbucks. So if you're going to be replacing Starbucks, you're going to want to make sure you're measuring it on the size that you'll get. So if for an 8-ounce mug, you probably get about 20 cups per bag, 12-ounce, 14 cups per bag, 16-ounce, $10 cups per bag. So it depends on the ratio. That's what we were seeing online.
16-ounce bag, only 10 cups.
Well, yeah, that was the ratio I was looking at online there. If you think about
a 1-pound bag of coffee.
Yeah, that's what I was reading online, Lanny. A 12-ounce bag of
coffee. 16-ounce mug.
Yeah, the mug is 16 ounces. So we're talking you're talking the big mug here. Yeah. Look it up. That's what I checked this on a few different places.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, hey, let's just go with it for this example. Everybody can listen, there are going to be different scoop ratios. People will have different ways to measure it. Tablespoons, some people get heavy, some like soft. I'm not here to fight that point. The point's still going to be the same, depending on how many of these ounce mugs that you're going to get.
Let's roll with it.
Laney's skeptical, but I don't care.
I'm way skeptical here.
All right, fine. I'll look it up one more time.
Hey, that's
cup of mug For a
No,
16 ounce mug, how many cups of coffee?
I believe it. I just felt
Coffee.
like my cup of coffee in the morning is way less than 50 cents. Like way less.
Well, you pay $6 a bag. A 16-ounce mug would require approximately 1.2 ounces of coffee from a 12-ounce bag, yielding 10 large mugs of coffee, though the exact number depends on your preferred brew strength and your coffee to water ratio.
Yeah. Hey, there it is.
Yeah,
Gemini doesn't lie. Google
yeah.
stock.
It might, but we're just going with it for this. So that's what's happening here. Everybody, let us know if you have different facts here. That's fine. Guess what? The savings will be even larger if it's less. So think about that too. So that cost per mug, 8 ounce, 50 cents, 12 ounce, 71 cents, 16 ounce, $1 per mug. So yeah, I get it, Lanny. The good news is that's all cheaper than Starbucks, Lanny. So what kind of prices are you seeing at Starbucks these days for a black
That
coffee?
Starbucks, that extra caffeine induced coffee bean, that pike roast, guys, for a tall, just under $2.50 at $2.45. Remember, bring your own mug. You could save a couple cents there. Grande, $2.75, and that venti. Watch out, watch out for that. No, actually, I'm thinking the Trenti,
Yeah.
but the venti, $3.10. Don't drink a Trenti on a red eye flight just because Starbucks gives it to you for free because they don't have a grande cup. Made that mistake before. I was up for about 48
I'm
hours.
sure you were. Did they drip that into your blood?
I think you were on that flight with me.
Was I?
Yeah, it was when we were coming back from Idaho, and we had our outing the next morning.
Oh God, that's not, I
You
can't.
remember that?
I do not. I was.
Oh no, I don't think you were on that flight. I think you picked Shook and I up. But all right,
Yeah, sorry. I do not recall. So okay, so that's 275 for the grande, the venti's 310. So when you take the savings per cup here
ooh,
for the tall, 195 savings per cup with the 8 ounce, savings per cup for the 12 ounce is $2.04. 16 ounce is $2.10. That's
isn't that incredible? That's all. Oh, man, my heart's beating just thinking about a venti from Starbucks. Oh,
yes. No, thank you. So when you talk about that per week, Landy, that's 5 days per week. Each week for the 8 ounce, that's about $10, 975 savings, 1018 for 12 ounce, 16 ounce, that's $10.51 saved every week. How do you extrapolate that out, Lanny, to a month and a year for each
I
one?
mean, you're easily then you're doing if you just look at it from like depends if you do it, because again, not every month has 4 weeks, but again, you do the math and you start taking the 975 times that by 52, and then you could break it down from there. But you're anywhere from $42 to $45 a month in
Yeah.
coffee.
Yeah, and per year that's over $500 for each size there.
Oh
So
my God, 500
it adds
bucks.
up. And it does. And these are small amounts, sure, but when you
But you get the gold star rewards from Starbucks. You might get that free birthday drink, Bert.
That's right. So obviously, why are we bringing this up? That's money you can invest. We're looking to save everything. We're looking to invest everything. So if you pick, say, $45 per week or per month, Lanny, and you invest that in the market here, you assume over a 30-year period, estimated rate of return 8%, which is rather
Mhm.
conservative every month because I mean you look up it's conservative.
8% solid. That's a solid return.
Yeah. I'm not going to try and over exaggerate this here. Over 30 years, that balance grows.
Bert, if you put them all in Bitcoin, it's like 1,000,000% return.
That's true, but we're not. We're for this example, that gives you about $64,000 in savings, right there.
Wow.
Yeah.
64 G's over 30 years, taking that $45 per month,
Yeah.
investing into probably an ETF, whether it's VOO, VIG, SCHD, VYM, getting close to at or above 8% per year. Yeah, you dig that. You're cool with that.
Yeah.
And
Fine.
then at the end of that 30 years, you then have what, 64 grand?
Yeah, that's right.
And
So
then with the 64 grand, you can buy as much damn coffee as you want.
talking about. That's what I'm talking about. But Lanny, there is one little caveat to this scenario.
What's the caveat?
You and I are going to be unique because we would actually go into Starbucks and get the black coffee. Like we would go in there and actually just get the black coffee, which is the cheapest item on the menu.
It's
How,
true. We would.
how many people do you think go into Starbucks and just
I would. I'm dabbling into that oat milk, which they do have for free. near,
Yeah.
where they put out the creamers and stuff like that. So thanks,
Yeah.
Starbucks.
Yeah. And you're also proving my point again. You're getting the free add-on. How many people load up on whatever drink you want, 4 pumps of this, all of this? We're not judging.
4 pumps of excellence this morning is what they're asking for.
Yeah, but
They want these
that's
calories, guys. Come on.
that's not $2.50 a cup though. So for this, we're gonna up the Starbucks cost here, Lanny. We'll just say the average, and this is light, this is conservative because some of these drinks can get expensive. We'll
Yeah,
say,
trust me, we've done a few coworker Starbucks runs, and
yeah,
it's funny when a company pays for it, it's like all hell breaks loose, and I'm like, what is this even order? Can you? I don't even want to put this into a computer in an app.
no, you can get the average cost per cup well over $6 if you let some of
Yeah,
these people just
yeah,
run wild.
you
But
can.
for us, we're gonna just use 4.50, and 5. And when you do that, Lanny, you're now saving 3.50 a cup, 3.79 a cup, $4 a cup. And the cost per savings, again, in this juiced up, caffeinated, sugar high example, it jumps up to saving 17.50 a week, 18.93 in this scenario, and $20 per week for 16 ounces. And the
20 bucks a week in savings. Now, Bert, if you actually extrapolate that out, you're talking up to $1,000, $1,040 a year in savings.
huge, huge. So when we plug those monthly investments into the return, we're going to say $80 saved every month, 8% return, 30 years, Lanny. You're saving $113,000 right there. And what?
That's the value right there. Is if you just invested all that difference, kept it simple, 30 years later, a cool 113 grand in your account. Especially, most who start doing Starbucks usually start it right when they're fresh out, that first job. You're like, I'm just going to get Starbucks every day. You're probably 21, 22, 23 years old. Heck, maybe you're doing this already in college. Stop. Not saying you don't have to stop completely. Maybe you just go down to four, one time per week.
Yeah.
Cut 4 days out. Maybe you have like the hey Friday treat, sure. But the point is here, all the dollars that you could be saving
Mhm.
by just investing.
Yeah, exactly. It's sure it's a luxury, and some people love it and they don't want to give it up, and that's fantastic on there. But there's a lot of financial benefit in the long run.
Opportunity cost.
Yeah, you're right. The opportunity cost is massive, even in the slim down version. 30 years from now, that's $64,000, and there just by making it at home, throwing some scoops in a coffee maker with some water,
Yeah.
versus just running to Starbucks, waiting in line, and ordering that same cup of coffee, which is probably doesn't taste as good in some scenarios as home. Because I think Lady and I make pretty good cups of coffee. We're not gonna lie.
Bert's a coffee connoisseur, so just remember that.
All right, everyone. So we're very interested to hear your thoughts on this. Where do you stand on this argument? Are you in the camp of save everything you can? That's a lot of money. We want to invest that right now. Or are you in the camp of stuff like this doesn't matter? It's not going to matter in the long run, which we know there is that camp. And I'm very curious where everyone's going to fall.
Guys, let us know what you do with your coffee. Let us know if this impacts you by breaking it down as Bert just did. Like the video, subscribe to this channel, and you jabronis, you're either with us or you're against us, Jack. That was Bert and Lanny from the Dividend Diplomats. Over and out.